From Barcelona's Lamine Yamal to Man United's Zirkzee, these are the 10 biggest breakout stars of the season. Starting at number 1 is Cole Palmer. There's a reason why Palmer is number 1 on this list, and that's because he was the player that surprised everyone the most last season. He absolutely lit up the Premier League, racking up an impressive 33 goals and assists in league games alone. That's right, 33. If it weren't for him, Chelsea might be staring relegation straight in the face. This guy practically dragged the team up the table with his performances. Palmer was everywhere, running at defenders, making things happen and showing the kind of maturity you don't expect from someone so young. Whether it was scoring screamers or laying off the perfect pass, he was a constant threat. And let's not forget, this man even scored for England in the Euros final. Talk about clutch. It's moments like that that really show he's got that baller instinct in him. Chelsea fans will tell you straight up, without Palmer, they would have been in serious trouble last season. But he didn't just keep them safe, he gave them something to cheer about, something to believe in again. Palmer is well on his way to doing the same thing again this season. Heck, he already has 5 goals and assists in just 4 games. And it's not an exaggeration to say he could be the future of English football, even ahead of Foden. Keep an eye on this one, he's the real deal. Next on the list is Xavi Simons. 2. Xavi Simons. If only more people watched the Bundesliga, they'd know about the unique talent of Xavi Simons. This guy has been tearing it up at RB Leipzig, and let me tell you, last season was a real breakout for him. With 23 goals and assists across all competitions, Simons wasn't just a key player, he was the main man for Leipzig. In fact, as good as Dani Olmo was, Simons stole the show. Now, don't get me wrong, Olmo is killing it at Barcelona these days. But when it comes to last season, Simons was even better. The kid had the pace, vision, and the kind of creativity that defenders just hate. Watching him dance past defenders with ease, you can see why top clubs like PSG and Barcelona had their eyes on him early in his career. Heading into this new season, he's definitely one to keep an eye on. If he keeps improving at this rate, it won't be long before he's one of the biggest names in Europe. So, if you haven't been watching Xavi Simons, now's the time to start. Talking about a legend also named Xavi, if not for the former Barca coach Xavi Hernandez, the next player wouldn't be on this list. 3. Lamine Yamal. Thanks to Xavi for bringing Lamine Yamal from the youth team, or no one would know how insanely talented this kid is by now. Seriously, at just 17, this guy is already making waves for Barcelona and Spain. And it's hard to believe he's so young. Last season in La Liga, even with limited game time, Yamal managed to rack up 10 goal contributions, which is crazy for someone barely getting minutes. But where he really blew up was at the Euros. He didn't just turn heads, he dominated. With 5 goal contributions in the tournament, Yamal was a key player for Spain, sharing the spotlight with Nico Williams and becoming the youngest player to ever appear at a Euro final. He had everyone talking after his stunning performances against France in the semis. Fast forward to this season, and Yamal is already off to a flying start. Yamal has already contributed 7 goals and assists in La Liga for Barcelona and even scored their only goal in their UCL loss to Monaco. And again, guys, this dude is only 17. Some fans are already saying that he might be the Messi replacement they thought Ansu Fati would be. One thing is for sure, this kid is special, and you'd be crazy not to keep an eye on him. I mentioned Nico Williams earlier, so let's talk about him. 4. Nico Williams. Man, if you've been watching La Liga or the last Euros, you'll know Nico Williams is of a different breed entirely. At just 22, this guy is one of the hottest young forwards in football right now. After that insane Euro tournament where he balled out, his stock has skyrocketed, and for good reason. Nico's got pace, flair, and the ability to terrorize defenders all day long. He's not just about fancy footwork either. This guy knows how to set up his teammates and finish off chances himself. Last season, Nico showed exactly why he's getting all the hype. In La Liga, he racked up 5 goals and 11 assists, making him the second best assist provider in the league, just behind Baena from Villarreal. His numbers speak for themselves, and the crazy part is he's only getting better. And let's not forget about his clutch performances for Spain in the Euros. Teaming up with Lamine Yamal, Nico was a constant threat. He bagged 2 crucial goals and an assist, even netting one against England in the final to help Spain lift the trophy. Just like Yamal, his buddy on the national team, he's also one of the breakout stars of the season, and there's no doubt he'll be doing the same this new season. Up next, it's about time we talked about a defender. 5. Quansa. Quansa is definitely one of the breakout stars of the season, no doubt about it. This kid has been impressing fans with his solid performances for Liverpool. Every time he steps on the pitch, he just seems to get it right. Do you know how some players can get nervous or make silly mistakes? Not him. He's been calm, collected, and just totally on point with his defending. Fans are buzzing about him, and it's easy to see why. He reads the game like a seasoned pro, making crucial tackles and interceptions to save the day. Plus, he's not afraid to step up when it matters, which is what every team needs. It's like he's got this natural talent that makes everything look easy. And honestly, it's just exciting to watch. You can feel the energy when he plays, and Liverpool fans are loving it. If he keeps up these performances, then this kid is definitely going places, just like Jeremy Frimpong. 6. Jeremy Frimpong. Last season was Jeremy Frimpong's season, man. If you were sleeping on him before, now's the time to wake up, because this guy was unreal. He's a fullback, but his numbers looked more like those of a forward. I mean, who expects a fullback to rack up 24 goals and assists in the Bundesliga? That's just crazy. Frimpong was just everywhere, blazing down the wings, cutting inside, and causing problems for every defense he faced. It wasn't just his numbers that stood out. Alongside his fellow fullback, Grimaldo, Frimpong helped Leverkusen fans keep the dream alive last season. The duo had some serious clutch moments, helping their team stay unbeaten for long stretches. They weren't just defending either. They were pushing the attack forward, making sure Leverkusen stayed in the mix for the title race. Frimpong's speed, dribbling, and ability to pick out key passes have made him one of the most exciting players to watch. And the scary part? He's only going to get better. With all eyes on him this season, don't be surprised if even bigger clubs start fighting to sign him very soon. The same can be said for his teammate, Florian Wirtz. 7. Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz had the season of his life last season. Sadly, people don't give him enough credit for it. This guy pulled off a staggering 37 goals and assists across all competitions for Leverkusen, which is just mind-blowing, but for some reason, Wirtz didn't get the same hype as guys like Cole Palmer or even Jamal Musiala, who, let's be honest, wasn't exactly at his best last season. Musiala struggled with consistency at Bayern, but you wouldn't know that from the way he's still talked about. Wirtz, on the other hand, was a total game changer for Leverkusen. Whether he was scoring crucial goals or setting up his teammates with pinpoint passes, he was always involved in the big moments. This guy's football IQ is off the charts, and his vision is something else. He's got that rare ability to make things happen out of nowhere. What's crazy is that despite all this, he wasn't in the spotlight as much as he should have been. Maybe it's because he was not playing for one of the top tier big PR clubs like Bayern or City, but trust me, Wirtz is the real deal. If you weren't paying attention last season, you better start now. Let's move to Madrid. 8. Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, man, what a season this guy had. If you're still not convinced, just look at the numbers. Over 20 goals in La Liga last season as a midfielder. That's insane. And it's not like he's just hanging around up front poaching goals. He's running the show from midfield. In fact, he's not just scoring, he's controlling games, breaking lines with his passes, and driving forward like a beast. At 21, playing for Real Madrid, Bellingham isn't just one of the best players around, he's the best, period. He was rightly named La Liga Player of the Year, and anyone who watched England in the last Euros knows he was their standout player too. This guy is everywhere, dictating the play, recovering the ball, and making the game flow. He's got that rare ability to dominate both ends of the pitch. His defensive work rate is as good as his attacking flair, and that is something you don't see every day. Bellingham is already on an elite level, but he's just getting started. If this is how he plays now, imagine how many Ballon d'Or awards he's gonna win. Back to England. This time, let's pick someone from Old Trafford. 9. Zirkzee. Joshua Zirkzee is making serious noise this season, and it's about time more people started paying attention. The guy scored on his debut and almost added another to his tally, but it got ruled out for offside. Still, that moment showed just how sharp and ready he was to make an impact. Zirkzee's presence on the field is undeniable. His hold-up play is top tier. He's one of those strikers who doesn't just hang around waiting for service. He gets involved, shields the ball, and brings others into the game. That's exactly the kind of play that Manchester United could use up front. A lot of their attackers are all about speed and directness. But what they've been missing is a player like Zirkzee who can really control the game from the top and let the team build off him. He's got the strength and awareness to bring the ball down, lay it off, or even turn and shoot. Honestly, it feels like defenders don't quite know how to handle him. With more game time, it's easy to see Zirkzee becoming a fan favourite and one of the biggest breakout stars of this season. He's got all the tools, and it's only a matter of time before he's a household name. Keep an eye on this guy, he's about to blow up. Now let's wrap things up with Zirkzee's teammate, Kobbie Mainoo. 10. Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo really made waves last season, and it felt like he came out of nowhere. People knew he had potential, but the way he performed, it was just on another level. Mainoo surprised everyone with his ability to balance both sides of the game. He's equally good at breaking up play as he is at driving the attack. He's that perfect mix of offensive threat and defensive solidity, and that's rare to find, especially in someone so young. Just look at that goal against Liverpool. Talk about timing. It wasn't just any goal, it came at a crucial moment, throwing a wrench in their title challenge. Add to that his ability to win back possession and dominate the midfield, and you've got a player who's already outperforming United's big money signings like Casemiro and Amrabat. No disrespect to them, but Mainoo's energy and football IQ are making him a fan favourite. And let's not forget his role in England's run to the Euro final. Every time Mainoo stepped on the pitch, he was a standout. England might not have lifted the trophy, but this guy stole the show. Because of his performances, he earned a spot in the Manchester United starting 11 and has continued to impress this season. With his talent, he's on track to be one of the best. And that's it guys. Which other breakout star did we miss from this video? Drop your answers in the comment section below. If you like more exciting videos such as this, check out these other videos.